But I don't understand. I am trying everything. I have tried all of the settings. I have tried all of the microphones. I don't you cannot hear me. I cannot hear you. It is going to be my fault. I'm sitting here looking like a call center reject. Maybe it is better that you cannot hear me. It's better I cannot hear you, maybe. This is a bit like going to the hair salon. It's always a disaster. I make an attempt every year. I go to a hair salon, and I am not a spring chicken, I am an autumn chicken. So every year the narrative increases. I know you therapists like these words, like narrative. And I begin by saying what went wrong in the previous visits. I say that if you cut my hair like afro, it will not work because I am not Afro-Caribbean. And if you cut it like it is English, Irish, Scottish, Welsh, it will not work. If you leave this like this and you cut the back in a cool way, thinking my hair will behave, all that will happen is that I will look like an extra from the Unorthodox series, which was a very good series. Did you see it? I'm not allowed to ask you this, but you cannot hear me, so I can say what I like. And then I sit in the chair in the hair salon, and the hairstylist, and I know it is not going well, but it is too late for me to say anything. And then in the end, I smile, shake, yes, very nice, yes, very nice, yes, very nice, thank you, have a nice holiday. I hand over my credit card. I do not even look at the extortionate amount, and then I go out, and I go to the end of the road, and then I mess it all up, and I go home, and I cry, because for once in my life, I would like to go to a salon and emerge feeling like a goddess with beautiful swishy hair. It's never gonna happen. If I go to a salon in Cyprus, well, I do not go because they do their best. They want to make me gopsi, elegant. But at least things are changing now, and I get some nice compliments about my hair. But this is not the point. I would like to have a wonderful experience in a salon, and I would like to have an experience with a therapist that is satisfying. This is probably going to be the most satisfying experience because you cannot hear me and I cannot hear you. I had one assessment, and I had to query because there was one young woman with a bomber jacket and another young-ish lady with a blouse. And I said, can I just ask, who is the psychotherapist and who is the psychiatrist, because on the NHS guidelines, it says that for PTSD, you have to have psychotherapist, psychiatrist. I didn't say this, but and the bomber jacket said, no, we are compiling the report for the psychiatrist and the psychotherapist. I said, but this is ridiculous. This is like going to a hair salon and somebody who isn't a hairdresser or knows anything about cutting hair does the consultation and the report, which goes to the hairdresser, who's going to make a hash of it anyway. So what is it going to be like if they just see the report? This did not go down very well. The description in my report was of a very well presented middle-aged woman. I think it is the dangly earrings, because if you do not go in black and like this, you are not falling into their categorization. And I was highly agitated. So in the last assessment I had with a psychiatrist, I was very measured. She said, I see you are resistant to medication and therapy. I wanted to say, if I was resistant, would I keep coming back? Would I put myself through this? I said, I have had some unfortunate experiences actually, and the therapists have left, and this is how it was. Because I did have a wonderful counselor. She didn't have to ask me anything. She knew. But she retired. This psychiatrist added another condition to my catalog, agoraphobia. I wanted to say, are you just bandying around the Greek word for the sake of it? Because I am happy in the agora. I like the agora. I like to talk. I like people. It is the getting to the agora that is a problem. But I didn't say. At the end of the assessment, she said, do you have any questions? And I said, well, as a matter of fact, actually, yes, I wanted to ask if maybe, possibly, I was so polite, because I have read and in the research, and it appears that maybe, possibly, I'm trying to use the English way. EMDR is effective for trauma. She said, you appear fixated on EMDR. I wanted to say, you ask me if I have a question. I have a question. I ask the question, how is this fixation? I didn't say anything. There was a lovely therapist. I Googled her, and I thought, she's not going to stay. She's a young high flyer. She will get an amazing highfalutin job. Why is she going to want to keep coming to this dark room? And there was a stabbing 1 week 2 streets away. She will be gone. And she sensed something. And I told her. And then, of course, it turns into what are you projecting and what is this and what is that. She had the entire collection of Kurt Geiger footwear. I didn't say anything. I gave her a bunch of flowers. She was very nice at Christmas. And she said, do you feel you are not worthy of support? I wanted to say it is Christmas. Anyway, surprise, surprise. She got a high-flying job. And she told me she was leaving. And before she left, she said, but I have an amazing therapist for you, and she will be able to see you long term, and blah, blah, blah. She was in Farringdon. I said, but I don't want to go to Farringdon. What was I resisting? Why did I not want to go to Farringdon? I wanted to say, have you not heard anything about my fear of public transport and how I am always triggered? I will endure it, but anyway, I went to Farringdon and I was dying to go to the loo. And I was early because I did not want to be late, because I had another therapist who all she would ever say was, why are you late? What is the significance of you being late? Why? So now I'm always early. But I got one coffee on the way, because to get me through the 3 connections to arrive at Farringdon. And I had another coffee, but there was no toilet. And I go into another coffee place. There was no toilet. And I am desperate to go to the loo. But this Farringdon therapist said, do not ring the bell because there's no receptionist, so you cannot be early. You cannot be early, you cannot be late. She opens the door and she looks at me and she indicates the stairs. I go up the stairs and they are sloping. It's a very narrow staircase, dark house. And why are these places always dark? And I thought I am like the leaning power of Pisa. I'm going to fall on here. It's going to be a disaster. And then I noticed there was a toilet. I thought, can I nip in there quickly? But I thought, oh no, this is going to turn into an issue. So I go into the office. There were 3 chairs. I was so stressed. Where am I supposed to sit? It's the where to sit always stresses me. I said, where can I sit? Where shall I sit? I sit down. I am uncomfortable. I'm trying not to look uncomfortable. Because then if they say, you look uncomfortable, why are you uncomfortable? You cannot say, because I am here, this is not a comfortable situation, and it is even worse because I want to go to the loo. It is all brown. I am thinking how much of my fee is going on the brown. Could she not have got an office close to where she lives? Farringdon. And at the end of the session, I hardly said anything because I am making progress. I am aware that I can ramble and there is no point. And then it is an easy session because the therapist can just think about their Waitrose shopping list and what they're going to have for their dinner. And just get away with how does this feel? And some other ridiculous question. And that's it, easy time. And this time I didn't say very much. At the end of the session, she said, you can have this slot every week. I said, I will think about it. I have some questions. I will email you the questions. I emailed the questions. After 6 weeks, she sent me an invoice and she said, you can have this slot or this slot. No reply to my questions. So anyway, in the lockdown, I have had some revelations because I was inspired by the hair salon lovers saying they were buying scissors to cut their own hair. And I thought, why did I never think about this? Why did I never take the power into my own hands? And I thought, okay, I can try Skype therapy. And then you can look at my surroundings and ask me even more ridiculous questions like, how do you feel about the dead bouquet of flowers? And I can say, well, actually, I do not consider it a dead bouquet of flowers. It is thriving in the face of adversity. And actually, I think it is a beautiful bouquet of flowers. I don't think this is working out, is it? I think I have been having some good conversations with my friend here. I think I will stick with him. Thank you, but no thank you.